There is a lie polite society tells you about hardship. They tell you that when life strikes you down, you should be vulnerable, that you should share your pain, and the world will rush in to comfort you. If you have ever actually bled in public, you know exactly how that plays out. Think back to the last time the ground fell out from under you, a promotion you earned, quietly handed to a rival who did half the work, a sudden cold discard from someone you trusted implicitly. A project you bled for, collapsing in a single afternoon. In that exact moment, before you even processed the loss, someone was watching you, watching to see how you would break. They wanted the emotional display. They wanted the panicked emails, the raised voice in the hallway, the desperate pleas for fairness. Because when you panic, you prove to them that they hold the power. Most people believe that hardship is a cosmic punishment or a run of bad luck. They ask the sky why they are being targeted. That is the question of a victim. A strategist knows that a crisis is nothing more than a structural audit. It is the world testing the integrity of your foundation. It is checking for cracks in your composure, your boundaries, and your self-respect. And the world is ruthless in its audits. When life tests you, ordinary people leak their anxiety everywhere. They seek out validation from colleagues. They explain to anyone who will listen how unfairly they were treated. They believe that if they just explain their side well enough, justice will be restored. This is a fatal error. A bleeding target invites the wolves. A silent fortress commands the territory. In the architecture of power, your suffering is irrelevant. What matters is the architecture of your response. The people who orchestrated your setback, or those who merely stand to benefit from it, are studying your baseline. If you crack, if you complain, you signal that you are a subordinate. You signal that your internal state operates at the mercy of their external decisions. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. The first move in any crisis is not to strike back blindly. The first move is absolute, unnerving stillness. When you are robbed of an opportunity, the amateur demands an explanation. The strategist simply logs the data. They note the betrayal, they measure the exact depth of the knife, and they remember the face of the person who held it. You must accept a dark truth. The world does not pity the defeated, it preys on them. When you show that you are deeply affected, you hand your adversaries a user manual on how to destroy you. You tell them exactly which nerves to pinch the next time they want you to dance. And they will make you dance. Again and again. This is why your discipline must become cold, clinical, unyielding. Discipline is not just waking up early or working late. It is the psychological armor that prevents the outside world from dictating your internal state. It is the absolute refusal to give your enemies the reaction they budgeted for. When the crisis hits, they expect you to shrink, or they expect you to lash out in reckless anger. Both responses serve their agenda. Imagine their quiet terror when you do neither. Imagine the sheer, unsettling gravity of a person who takes a devastating blow and simply looks back with dead, calm eyes. That stillness is not a lack of feeling. It is the highest form of dominance. It is you declaring that your mind is a sovereign state, and their petty games do not have a passport. The realization that survival isn't about fighting the pressure, it's about how you carry it when the eyes of your enemies are on you, is only the first layer of the game. Because controlling the outward display is only half the battle. To truly turn the tables, you must understand the invisible strings they are trying to pull inside your own head. You have learned to maintain the outward display of stillness, but a fortress is only as strong as the ruler inside. If you are boiling with unmastered emotion behind those walls, it is only a matter of time before the gates are breached. Picture a scenario you know all too well. You are sitting at a table, perhaps in a corporate boardroom or perhaps at a gathering with people you call friends. The conversation is flowing naturally, and then someone makes a remark. It is subtle, a calculated jab disguised as a casual joke. They take a surgical strike at the exact insecurity you have been trying to hide. A recent failure, your status. A quiet vulnerability you thought was safe. You feel the immediate, physical rush, the heat rising in your neck, your heart rate spiking. Your instinct is to defend your honor, to strike back, to launch into an impassioned speech about why they are wrong. The moment you open your mouth in defense, you have already lost. You have just confirmed to the entire room that their missile found its target. In the realm of power dynamics, your emotions are not merely feelings. They are mechanical levers: anger, pride, ego, the desperate need to clear your name. These are the exact strings that manipulators pull to make you dance. When someone deliberately provokes you, they are not looking for a factual debate. They are running a diagnostic on your nervous system. They want you to break character. They want you to raise your voice so they can lean back, lower theirs, and say, "Why are you getting so defensive?" With that single phrase, they trap you. They have successfully painted you as the unstable element while they play the rational observer. The amateur believes that showing anger is a display of strength, that asserting themselves loudly will force respect. It is the exact opposite. Anger is a public confession of powerlessness. It screams to everyone watching that someone else has the authority to alter your internal state. When you react, you surrender the tempo of the interaction. You step out of your own reality and walk directly into the trap they set for you. The strategist views their own emotions with cold, clinical detachment. When the jab lands, you will feel the sting. Composure is not the absence of feeling. It is the absolute refusal to be steered by it. The disciplined mind places a brutal, uncompromising gap between the stimulus and the response. In that gap, that brief, heavy silence before you speak, lives the entirety of your power. Instead of flushing red and firing back, you do nothing. You let the silence stretch. Just a fraction of a second longer than his social etiquette dictates. You look at them. Not with anger, but with the mild, detached curiosity of someone observing a desperate insect in a jar. You do not validate the insult with a defense. You do not laugh at the forced joke. You simply let their words hang in the dead air until the weight of their own petty behavior suffocates them. This breaks the manipulator's framework entirely. They expected a struggle. Instead, they hit a concrete wall. The discomfort they tried to inject into your veins suddenly rebounds onto them. You must stop viewing these provocations as personal attacks. View them as data collection. Every time someone tries to trigger you, they are handing you a map of their own tactics. They are showing you exactly how they operate, what they consider a weakness, and how far they are willing to go. Why would you ever interrupt them by getting angry? Let them work. Let them expose their hand. While they are busy trying to find your strings, you are quietly severing them. You are learning to master your triggers, keeping the fortress sealed when the world tries to break in. But controlling your reaction is only half the battle, because the real reason they tested you in the first place is far darker. The real reason they chose to test you in the first place is far darker than mere opportunism. If you look back over the last few years of your life, you might notice a heavy, recurring pattern. A string of unpredictable partners, a series of managers who eagerly piled their workload onto your shoulders, a rotation of friends who only remembered your name when they needed a favor. You likely told yourself that you simply had terrible luck with people. You convinced yourself that the world is just populated by users and you were unfortunately caught in their path. Here is the cold, surgical truth that most people will spend a lifetime running from. It was not bad luck. It was an invitation. They treated you that way because you gave them permission. Predators in the social hierarchy do not select their targets at random. They do not have the time or the energy to fight someone who will gladly burn them to the ground. They scan the room for the path of least resistance. And whether you realize it or not, you are broadcasting the exact frequencies they were looking for. You trained them to disrespect you. Society conditions you from childhood to be accommodating, to keep the peace, to be the bigger person. What they do not tell you is that being the bigger person is often just a socially acceptable phrase for absorbing someone else's disrespect. Consider the anatomy of a boundary violation. Someone crosses a line, you get noticeably upset. They offer a half-hearted apology, or worse, they subtly shift the blame back onto you. You want to smooth things over, so you accept it. You drop the issue. In your mind, you are being mature. In their mind, they have just successfully tested the perimeter fence and discovered that the electric wire is dead. You taught them your limits were negotiable every time you over-explained yourself to someone who had already decided to misunderstand you. You did it by being endlessly available, by answering their message in 3 seconds when they had comfortably left you on red for 3 days. You thought you were demonstrating loyalty. They knew you were demonstrating desperation. In the real world, people do not treat you according to the standard you announce. They treat you according to the standard you enforce. You can read 100 books on self-worth. You can memorize therapeutic buzzwords and declare to the void that you demand respect. But if you stick around after someone devalues you, your words are entirely hollow. Your behavior is the only language the power player actually understands. When you threaten to leave but stay, you teach them that your boundaries are purely decorative. When you show emotional distress but fail to adjust their access to your time and energy, you prove that you are a captive audience. Remember, the law of the wild. A bleeding target invites the wolves. A silent fortress commands the territory. Your anxiety, your overcommunication, and your endless capacity for unearned forgiveness were the blood in the water. This realization is a dagger. It should sting. It strips away the comforting, warm illusion of victimhood. But within that sharp sting lies absolute, unshakable liberation. Because if your past signals created the cage you have been living in, your future signals can dismantle it. You are no longer a passive victim of circumstances. You are the architect of the incentives around you. The moment you stop rewarding bad behavior with your continued presence, the dynamic shifts. The people who used to step all over you will suddenly experience a chilling change in the climate. They will look at you and realize the old tricks no longer work. The easy mark has vanished. To change the signal, however, you must stop relying on your words. To change from a target into an unassailable presence, you must first master the most terrifying weapon in the Machiavellian arsenal. The most terrifying weapon in the Machiavellian arsenal is not a sharp tongue. It is not a flawless, aggressive counter-argument. It is the deliberate, tactical application of absolute silence. Picture a high-stakes environment, a boardroom where a critical decision hangs in the balance, or perhaps a tense social gathering where status is actively being bartered. Watch the room carefully. The loudest person in that room is almost always the weakest. They are talking rapidly. They are filling every available second of dead air with their achievements, their grand plans, and their desperate justifications. They believe that their volume equates to dominance. They think they are controlling the room. They are not controlling anything. They are actively hemorrhaging information. With every unnecessary word, they are handing everyone at the table a detailed schematic of their ego, their insecurities, and their blind spots. Now look at the quiet observer. The one leaning back in their chair, watching the frantic display with a mild, unreadable expression. That is where the actual gravity in the room resides. Average people have a pathological compulsion to broadcast themselves. When they are wronged, they write paragraphs of emotionally charged text to explain their feelings. When they formulate a new ambition, they announce it to the world on social media before a single brick is laid. They do this because they crave validation. They want the cheap, fleeting dopamine of being seen and understood by the herd. A strategist understands that being understood by the wrong people is a fatal liability. Predictability is the ultimate vulnerability. When you overshare your plans, you give your competitors the exact coordinates they need to build roadblocks before you even arrive. When you overshare your pain, you hand manipulators a precise inventory of your open wounds. Silence is the great starving mechanism. It deprives your enemies of the raw data they need to engineer your downfall. When you stop broadcasting, you force people to guess, and human beings are terrified of the unknown. When they cannot read your intentions, they cannot comfortably position themselves against you. You must train yourself to become profoundly comfortable with the void. when someone asks you a pointed, intrusive question designed to throw you off balance. You do not owe them a comprehensive narrative. You do not owe them a defense. You simply let the question hang. A flat, unreadable stare, followed by a painfully slow, deliberate change of subject, is vastly more devastating than any clever retort. Let them flounder in the dead space you leave behind. Let their own rising anxiety force them to keep talking until they expose their true motives. This disciplined silence is the forge for your unpredictability. A man who cannot be read cannot be reliably attacked. When your adversaries can no longer forecast your reactions, every move they make against you becomes a high-stakes, terrifying gamble on their end. They will spread a rumor, expecting you to frantically defend your reputation. You ignore it completely, making their attack look small and irrelevant. They will try to box you into a corner, expecting panic. You respond with a cold, calculated pivot they never saw coming. You become a ghost to their expectations. By withholding your internal state, you build an aura of dark competence. People begin to assume you know things they do not. They begin to attribute a deeper layer of strategy to your every move. Simply because you refuse to explain yourself, you force the world to project its own fears onto your blank canvas. Yet, this unreadable armor means nothing if you leave the gates of your fortress wide open to the wrong people. Yet, this unreadable armor means nothing if you leave the gates of your fortress wide open to the wrong people. Picture a face you know intimately. A friend or a colleague who has occupied a seat in your life for years. You sit across from them and share your next maneuver, a calculated risk that will elevate your status and separate you from the herd. Watch the micro-expressions on their face in that exact moment. Notice the slight tightening of the jaw, the unnatural hesitation before the smile, and then comes the poison, carefully wrapped in velvet. They tell you to be realistic. They remind you of the economic climate, or your past failures, or the sheer difficulty of the task. They coat their words in the language of friendship and tell you they just do not want to see you get hurt. Ah, the weaponized concern. This is not love. This is not protection. This is subtle, venomous sabotage from someone terrified of being left behind. You must understand the psychology of the stagnant man. When you decide to rise, you inadvertently act as a harsh mirror to their own cowardice. Your ambition is a direct insult to their complacency. They do not advise you to play it safe because they fear for your safety. They want you to stay small because your success forces them to confront the sickening reality that their own mediocrity was a choice. The human mind is dangerously porous. You do not simply spend time with your inner circle. You actively absorb their psychological limits. If you surround yourself with people who are comforted by excuses, you will slowly and invisibly adopt their ceiling as your own. If your closest allies panic at the sight of pressure, you will inherit their nervous system. You will find yourself shrinking your vision just to keep the peace at the dinner table. A bleeding target invites the wolves. A silent fortress commands the territory. Your territory is your mind, your energy, and your focus. And right now, you might be allowing scavengers to sleep in the throne room. Many people mistake tenure for value. Just because someone shared a dorm room with you or started at the bottom of the corporate ladder alongside you a decade ago, you feel an obligation to carry their emotional deadweight into your future. That is not loyalty. That is self-sabotage masquerading as a virtue. Machiavelli noted that the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. When your circle is weak, you broadcast to every adversary and potential ally that you are willing to tolerate weakness. You signal that you lack the spine to enforce a high standard. Ruthless discipline requires you to audit your inner circle with the cold detachment of a general inspecting his troops. Loyalty to a shared past is never a valid excuse to let someone contaminate your future. If a relationship requires you to dull your blade so the other person does not feel threatened, that relationship is a liability. It must be severed. But you do not do this with drama. The emotionally undisciplined man initiates a grand confrontation. He writes a long message explaining why he is cutting ties. He seeks closure. You do not need closure, and you do not owe them a manifesto. You simply execute the fate. Quietly and permanently, you adjust their access to your life. You stop offering them the details of your strategy. You let the text messages stretch out unanswered for days. When they probe for information, you offer them nothing but a polite, impenetrable surface. You let the dead space in the relationship expand until they naturally retreat back to the shallow end of the water where they belong. People will notice. They will call you arrogant. They will whisper that you have changed, that you forgot where you came from. Let them whisper. What they are actually mourning is their sudden loss of access to your energy and their terrifying realization that they can no longer control your trajectory. Once you have cleared the parasites from your court, you are finally ready to play the only game that actually matters. Once you have cleared the parasites from your court, you are finally ready to play the only game that actually matters, the long game. Look at the modern landscape around you. It is entirely infested with people who are addicted to the immediate. You see them everywhere, the flashy player who wants the executive title without the decade of quiet competence, the loud visionary who broadcasts their daily grind on social media, sprinting for 6 months, only to quietly disappear the moment the applause stops. They burn out because their fuel source was defective from the start. They relied on public validation. And public validation is a fickle, hollow currency. The moment it dries up, their motivation collapses entirely. True discipline is a private engine. It does not require an audience. It does not need cheerleaders, and it certainly does not need the approval of the people you left behind. The disciplined strategist takes a fundamentally different approach to existence. You take every betrayal, every calculated insult, every failure that kept you awake at night, and you drag it into the dark. You do not complain about the injustice of it. You do not seek sympathy. You take all of that raw, jagged material, and you quietly smelt it down into iron. This is the essence of amor fati. Not a passive, cheerful acceptance of your fate, but a cold, weaponized embrace of reality. If the world decides to hand you a crisis, you decide to use it as a whetstone to sharpen your blade. While the amateurs are chasing viral moments and cheap shortcuts, you are operating on a completely different timeline. You are stacking brick upon patient brick. The work is unglamorous. It is often entirely unseen. And for a long time, it will look to the outside world as though you are making no progress at all. They will mock your slowness. They will call your isolation obsessive. They will wonder why you no longer engage in the petty dramas that keep them entertained. Let them wonder. A bleeding target invites the wolves. A silent fortress commands the territory. And a fortress is not built in a weekend. It is constructed through the brutal, compounding mathematics of daily execution. You do the work when you are tired. You do the work when you are overlooked. You do the work when the people who wronged you seem to be winning. Because you understand something that they are too short-sighted to comprehend. Machiavelli warned that the prince who seizes power through a single, flashy stroke builds his throne on sand. The first strong wind will tear it away. But the strategist who secures his position gradually, laying deep, unshakable roots, holds the territory forever. There will come a day, years from now, when the architecture of your life becomes undeniable. The compounding effect of your silent discipline will create a gap between you and your former peers that is so vast, they will not even be able to see over the walls you have built. You will look down at the people who once thought they could use you, and you will realize they are still playing the exact same petty games, trapped in the exact same cycles of reactivity. But you will be out of their reach, untouchable. This is the final forging. Tomorrow morning, you do not announce a new beginning. You do not declare your transformation to anyone. You wake up and you walk into the world as a ghost to their expectations. When they try to provoke you, they get silence. When they try to read you, they get a blank wall. When they try to pull you down to their level, they grasp at nothing but empty air. You observe, you withhold, you execute. The game has fundamentally changed. The world no longer happens to you. You happen to the world.